The San Luis Obispo Regional Transit Authority, or RTA, offers a variety of transportation services within California's Central Coast region. The RTA operates a public transportation system as well as a countywide ADA complementary paratransit service. In September 2020, the RTA was the first to finance a project through the TIFIA Rural Project Initiative, or RPI. They will use the RPI loan to construct a new administration headquarters and bus maintenance facility that will be completed in February 2022. The new RTA bus maintenance facility is nearly 3 times larger than their current facility and is being constructed to accommodate battery electric buses as the RTA transitions away from liquid-fueled vehicles. The total cost of the new facility is $26.7 million, about half of which was funded using the RPI loan. The authority obtained the RPI financing for a 35-year term at a fixed rate of 0.7%, pledging a portion of its state-allocated sales taxes and farebox revenues to guarantee repayment of the loan. Tanya Arnold, RTA Deputy Director and Chief Financial Officer, will tell us more about the project and how their program has benefited from TIFIA RPI financing. Tell us more about some of the project's objectives.
This project allowed the RTA to increase efficiencies as we transition from diesel fueling for our fixed-route vehicles to electrical. We're able to phase in the additional electrical infrastructure as we phase in the additional vehicles. We're able to implement solar canopies that can allow for pull-down charging of the vehicles, and we will be ready for the state mandate. As part of the evaluation process for this project, we reviewed on-site fueling versus the electrical infrastructure, and the cost-benefit analysis proved that the electrical infrastructure is where we needed to go.
What are the benefits to using the TIFIA RPI program?
The San Luis Obispo Regional Transit Authority closed on our TIFIA loan at an interest rate of 0.7% over 35 years. It was a significant cost savings over the 3% available through local banks and a traditional loan. The scope of the debt service payments under the TIFIA project are about $470,000 a year to the RTA. In comparison with our current lease, which is about $477,000 a year, only going up based on the cost of living, and our prior commitments to the tenant improvements that were completed for our current facility, that total cost that we were paying out of pocket was $697,000. TIFIA's longer-term 35-year borrowing rate and the extremely low interest rate were keys to the estimated annual cost savings of over $200,000 for the agency, which is significant. That allows operations to continue and expand over time. The Rural Project Initiative also picked up the DOT TIFIA advisor fees for counsel and financial advisors. Those costs are not traditionally picked up under the TIFIA program, just under the Rural Project Initiative. Although this project is small in the scope of TIFIA, at a total project cost of $26.7 million, the budget for the RTA operations is $14 million. So this was not a small project to the RTA.
What advice would you give agencies seeking to use the TIFIA RPI financing for projects?
The TIFIA process was long and complex. The RTA was the first in the nation to close on a TIFIA RPI loan. The RTA wanted to set expectations for TIFIA related to small agencies so that others interested in the program would not face a bar set too high. One of the key items that RTA wanted TIFIA to understand is the cash flow needs of a small agency versus those of a large agency. Our partners, such as our financial advisors and bond legal counsel, walked us through the overwhelming process. They were especially critical to an agency like RTA, who had no formal prior debt issue and needed to obtain a credit rating for the first time and educate our board of directors on the TIFIA process.